Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, hi, my name is Jennifer and I do beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content here on my channel. So if you like that type of content, make sure you join the family, hit that big red subscribe button. So as I mentioned in my first video, this is part 2. This year I really wanted to dive into the luxury beauty world a little bit further. I wanted to try some new luxury skincare, hair care, makeup. So this is going to be makeup and hair for today's video. If you wanted to see what luxury skincare products I've been using and loving, definitely check out the first video. I will leave it down below in the description box for you guys. So without further ado, if you want to see what makeup and hair products I've been loving, then keep on watching. Okay, so first up, I think we're going to start with hair. So I've been really wanting to try the Caristas sulfate-free smoothing shampoo and conditioner line. And I did try it's the green one. I think it's for damaged hair, but I couldn't use it because it wasn't sulfate free. One of my kind of pet peeves is I feel like if you are a high-end brand where your main retail is in salons, then all of your products should be sulfate free in my opinion, because everybody's getting their hair colored. Keratin treatments are so popular, so why even put out products that aren't sulfate free? My personal opinion. But I decided to try their Discipline line, which is the sulfate free one, smoothing one. This is what the shampoo looks like. This is what the conditioner looks like. And I have been loving these, you guys. So first up, the shampoo and the conditioner are on the lighter side. I feel like they are more lightweight than, let's say, my go-to Orbe products. Orbe is very concentrated. These seem to be a lot more lightweight on the hair, which can be a good thing because it can be good for all hair types, whether you have fine hair, medium hair, or even thicker hair. And I've really been loving these. And when I use these and I go to blow dry my hair is close to pin straight, just like this. Perfection. This is probably the best smoothing shampoo and conditioner I have ever used. And living, breathing in a salon, this is probably the best smoothing shampoo and conditioner I have ever used. And that is a lot for me to say because I live and breathe salon products. So for me to say that about this shampoo and conditioner means that it is so good, and it literally blew my mind. It really did wow me. The only thing I don't like about Caristas products is the packaging. It drives me crazy. So while this looks beautiful, I love the way it looks, it's not that functional. So this is a screw top, so there's no like push up button. So it's a screw top. So when you're in the shower and you pour this in your hand, you have shampoo in this hand, so you have to try and finagle this cap back on without spilling the shampoo that's already in your hair. Now, I guess technically you could put the bottle down, put the shampoo through your hair, and then put the cap back on. But one, I don't have room in my shower because I have probably 12 shampoos, conditioners, masks, everything. And two, I don't like leaving my shampoo or conditioners open in the shower because what happens is water gets down in there. Even if it's just mist, water gets down in the bottle. And if too much water gets inside the bottle, it'll start to dilute the product, which is not a good thing. So I just wish this had like a little pop-up tab so you can squeeze it and then close it instead of having a screw top. And unfortunately, the conditioner is the same way. And because it is lightweight, the conditioner is what I consider like more on the runny side. So I've got to try and be quick with it. Otherwise, the conditioner will fall off my palm, which is not great considering these are a little bit pricier. So that is my only con for these two products, but I absolutely love them. So if you like smoothing products, definitely check those out because they make a huge difference when you go to blow dry your hair. So next up, I also picked up the Caristas Smoothing Mask, which is like this. I thought the mask would be a little bit more richer, and it's not. It's a pretty lightweight mask in my opinion, which isn't a bad thing. It smells good. But every now and then I like to use a mask instead of a conditioner. So are both of these worth it? Probably not. If you had to choose one or the other, I would say just stick with the conditioner. But the mask is nice. I did like it. It didn't make my hair feel heavy or greasy or anything afterwards. But to me, for my hair type, both the conditioner and the mask are a little redundant. So would I buy this again? Probably not, but it isn't a bad product. If you have fine hair, you are looking for a mask, try this one. I like it, but it's just not right for my hair type. Then I decided to pick up the Anti-Frizz Leave-In Spray. It looks like this, and I was kind of intrigued by this because a lot of the times when I buy anti-frizz sprays, I don't find them to actually help with frizz at all. So I decided to give this one a try. I really, really like it. So one, it is very lightweight. It almost feels like you're spraying water on your hair, which is super nice. And then you can pair it with one of like a blow dry cream if you want, or just a little bit of oil. So for my hair today, I used a little bit of the spray, and then I put just one pump of their elixir oil in it. And I really like this as well. This is a little bit lighter weight when it comes to oils. It's not super heavy or greasy. Obviously, you can overdo that very, very quickly if you use too much. But if you have finer hair, I would probably stick to maybe just like a half a pump for your whole head. If you have normal hair, I used one pump and it was fine. But just as a reminder for you guys, do not put oil at the scalp. All of these types of products should be ponytail down. Otherwise, it will get too greasy at the scalp. But really, really enjoyed this size. I did pick it up in the mini, but I'm going to repurchase this in the full size because I love it that much. And the last hair care product I have is the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. This was definitely a surprise product for me. I honestly don't like Olaplex products. When it comes to Olaplex in the back bar, for me, it's just a gimmick, in my opinion. You know, if you're a stylist and you know how to bleach and color hair correctly, you can do that without frying hair. So I feel like Olaplex in the back bar world is kind of gimmicky. And then when it comes to the retail side of Olaplex, I've tried their shampoo, their conditioner, their mask, and honestly, I just did not like any of them. One, it smelled weird. It was almost like a minty gum smell. I don't know. I didn't like it. And then it really just dried my hair out. I didn't like the way it felt in my hair. I didn't like the way my hair felt after styling it. I just really didn't. So ever since then, I've kind of stayed away from Olaplex products. But my stylist, Lisa, who always does my hair, she used this one day and it smelled so good, and it doesn't smell like any of their other products, and it made my hair feel amazing. So shout out to her for introducing this to me. So I picked it up and I absolutely love it. As you can see, the Olaplex oil is super, super lightweight. And with this, I do use about 3 or 4 drops for my whole head, which isn't that much just because not a lot comes out. But if you have finer hair, definitely give this one a try. It smells good, it feels good, and it's very lightweight. So your chances of getting greasy hair are very slim if you use it correctly. So love this one. This one was a holy grail for me. Okay, so now moving on to makeup. I wanted to really try some cushion foundations, and the one that I've heard about the most is the Dior Dream Skin Fresh and Perfect Cushion Foundation. The cartridge opens like this. You do get a puffer inside, which is really great. And then this plastic piece actually pushes out, and there is your foundation. And this for sure is going to be a light medium coverage. For me, it's really good for the days where you're just running errands, you don't want a full face of makeup, you just want to cover a few blemishes, or you just want to do a light makeup to even out the skin tone. This is really, really nice. I really was surprised by the coverage of this. I was expecting it to be more of a BB cream or just something very translucent. So the fact that this had more coverage than I was expecting really wowed me, and it felt really nice on the skin. It almost felt like you're wearing a serum. I thought it was beautiful. If you go to explore this product a little further, you will see that it retails for about $80 or $82, which sounds insane. When I saw that price, I was like, do I really want to try this foundation for $80 some? And I just want to mention, you get the foundation that's in here, but in the box, you also get a second refill cartridge of your foundation. So if you were to only buy one, it's only about $40, which is more reasonable when it comes to foundations. Nowadays, foundations range from like $30 to $50. So to me, it is reasonable. You're essentially buying two foundations at the same time. So I just want to mention that in case you want to look into it and you see the price tag and freak out, you are getting two foundations in the box. Next foundation that I tried is the YSL All Hours Foundation. It says up to 24-hour wear flawless matte full coverage oil-free foundation. And I got this one in the shade B40 Sand. And this foundation is beautiful on the skin. The first couple spots that I put on, it covered my skin beautifully. And one thing that I really, really liked about this one is it didn't oxidize weird. It basically just dried down. So whatever color you see when you put it on the skin, that's basically what it stays. It doesn't turn orange. It doesn't get weird. And this one to me is very comparable to the Huda Beauty Full Coverage Faux Filter Foundation, her original one. And I really have been loving this foundation recently. I've worn it so many times, and every time I wear it, by the end of the day, my skin still looks beautiful. It doesn't separate, it doesn't get weird, it doesn't crease. It's just a really good full coverage foundation. So if you like full coverage, you want to explore some other brands or some high-end brands, definitely check this one out. It is really, really nice, and the finish isn't super matte. Like, it doesn't leave you super dry. It's more of like a satin finish in my opinion. Just beautiful on the skin. Okay, so this foundation is new to me. I know literally everybody in the beauty community wears this foundation, but I have yet to try it. So this one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And I really, really like this one. I know why so many people rave about it now. The only thing I wish though is that it wasn't like an open top like that. I really wish there was a pump on this foundation, because for me, when I do my foundation, I like to pump it on the back of my hand to kind of warm it up. So when I go to put the lid back on, it's just, I don't want to, have the foundation leak. But that's my only con. The coverage is beautiful. It stays on beautiful. It doesn't oxidize weird. I just really like this one. And now I know why so many people rave about this foundation, because it is so good. Moving on to some fun products, I decided to pick up this Dior highlight, and it is the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer. And it is such a beautiful shade. Like, is that not super gorgeous? It's almost like a rose champagne color. I love it. And the color is so gorgeous. Like, you can see it definitely packs a punch. And I think it is so stunning. It's blinding. I love it. And I'm actually wearing it on my face today. As you can see, it just glows so beautifully. It looks natural. Sometimes with lighter highlights like this, I go to put them on my skin and they look very white. They look very chalky. They just don't look good. And when I first applied this, I was so surprised at how it looked on my skin. It looks very natural, but at the same time, you get that big wow of a glow. And I just love this. So this for me, totally recommend. And once again, this was the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer. Definitely check that one out if you like highlighters, because that one was definitely a surprise. Next up is some Charlotte Tilbury products. And the first item is this Color Chameleon Smoky Emerald eyeshadow stick. And it looks like this. It's an olive green. So it's so beautiful. I can't even tell you how gorgeous this is. It looks a little darker on camera, but it is just the most perfect army green color, and it stays on the lid really, really nicely. I've really been loving this recently. It stays on the lid very nicely. I do use my P. Louise eyeshadow base before I put this on, but it goes on so creamy, so smooth, yet it doesn't crease. It's easy to blend out. And a couple times I've actually put a eyeshadow on top of this, like another green eyeshadow, and it just was the most gorgeous emerald green look. I loved it. So I'm probably picking up more of these because they are just so good. And especially if you're running late or you just want an easy everyday look, just put one of these on, smoke it out, blend it out, and boom, you're done. It's gorgeous. And the next Charlotte Tilbury item I have is this dual-ended pencil. And of course, I don't know if I was just in a green mood or if my girl Anna is rubbing off on me, but I was just gravitated towards these green pencils. This one is the matte side, so it's more of an emerald color. And it's so beautiful. It's so creamy. And that's what it is. So it's a lot more blue toned than the eyeshadow stick. And then this side is the army green color, and it's a metallic finish, which I think is so cool. Let me put it above. So you can see up here, this one is a little bit lighter than the eyeshadow stick I showed you. So with this dual-ended pencil, you get the metallic one and the matte one, which I think is just so clever. I love this. They're really great in the waterline. I've used them several times. They didn't seem to bleed on me. They stayed in place all day. And I just really love how you get a matte finish and a metallic finish on one pencil. It's just so convenient, especially for travel. And this formula was so easy to blend out. It stayed put all day. Like I said, it's just so good. So definitely try this one out. And then before we move on, I just wanted to show you, I tried to wash my hands with some soap and water, and you can see that the eye pencils and the shadow stick are still on my hand. So I will need makeup remover to remove these, but I just wanted to show you, even with soap and water, that they do last and they do stay on really, really well. So next up is this Givenchy eyeshadow palette. This one is their 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and it looks like this. The camera, I'm not even kidding, it does not do it justice. This is way more beautiful in person than on camera. On camera, it just looks kind of like meh. In person, stunning. I will say on the Nordstrom website, I will show up a picture just so you can see the comparison, but the Nordstrom picture, it does make the green, this bright green, look a little bit more deeper, more of like an emerald color than what's on the pan. And then over here, it does come with 2 mini brushes. It comes with a shader brush, which looks like this, and a fluffy brush, which looks like this. And while I think this is super convenient when you travel, I personally never use brushes that come with an eyeshadow palette. But one thing that I thought was pretty cool that I would mention is these look like interchangeable heads. So I think you can buy like just the handle part of the brush and then you can pop this one on and then pop this one on. So essentially you would only need one handle and then you have two brush heads. So if you're traveling, it just makes it super convenient. You don't have to bring so many brushes. So I thought that was a cool touch, but I probably won't use these. And then going back to the eyeshadow palette, this green color that's right here, I actually have it on my lids today. It is so beautiful. I love it. The finish on these is very interesting because they're very, very soft, but they're way more pigmented than I thought they would be. I thought they would be kind of more on the translucent side, similar to a Chanel eyeshadow, but these are just beautiful. I absolutely love this palette, and this has been my go-to palette for a lid color for, gosh, since I got this. It's really, really great. I will say I haven't tried applying the shadow with my finger. Every time I've used one of these shadows, I've always used this sponge brush that I have from Huda Beauty, and it goes on beautifully. So if you love a good eyeshadow palette, definitely check this one out. It's very unique. They do have other ones with different color stories, like a pink one, but I decided to go towards the greens since I bought green pencils and green eyeshadow sticks. So I decided to keep it in the family and stick with the green one. And last but not least is Lippies. So I decided to pick up two Gucci Beauty lipsticks. This first one is in the shade Carol Beige, and it looks like this. It looks very white on camera. It's actually the one I'm wearing today. For me, this is like the perfect nude lipstick. I think if you have a darker skin tone, it will look a little bit white or chalky on you. But this is what it looks like. It is my perfect nude because it is on the cooler side, and there's really no pink, which you guys know I don't like pink nudes. So this for me is a holy grail. I've been wearing it all the time. The formula is matte, but it almost feels like a lip balm. It's got a very moisturizing formula, which I love. And I also picked it up in the shade Susan Nude, which is this one right here. So this is a little bit darker. So you can see it is more of a darker brown, whereas this one up here is cooler and lighter. But both colors are so beautiful. This is the same matte formula. And I really, really was surprised by these. I tried Gucci Beauty items years ago when they first launched it, and it was kind of a flop. So I have been taking my time to try this second round of Gucci Beauty, but I'm really glad I started with the lipsticks because they are really, really nice, and I've been loving them. And the next lip product I have is this Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Up Lip Liner from Charlotte Tilbury. I got it in the shade Foxy Brown. It's just a pencil lip liner. One thing that I really like about this lip liner is how creamy it is. I really don't like lip liners that are on the drier side, even though they tend to stay a little bit longer. This lip liner is very creamy. It glides on super easily, but it also lasts all day. I really, really like it, and the shade is just perfect for me, especially because I wear so many brown lipsticks. But this is really, really nice, and I plan to pick up a couple more of these in some other shades just because I love the formula so much. All right, you guys, so that is all of the luxury makeup and hair products that I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I will, of course, leave links to everything in the description bar. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, you guys.